let go, my nigga. I ain't ready to let go, my nigga.
At the house. We've been here since Saturday night. And this nigga not answering. He got hella different addresses and hella shit. Like, this hella fucking like, this shit is just fucking crazy. Like, a monkey came through the back over there. The phone was on the roof over there in the school, directly right here. And yeah,
They did kill her and then put her in a wall. When he said, "We found your daughter," I just collapsed. I was like, I can't believe this. And I was praying. I said, God, please don't let it be her. Please don't let it be her. And he did not answer my prayer.
When they found her body,
I feel sad. I feel sad for Ma because, you know, she prayed to God and she wanted her prayers answered. I'm not too religious or things like that, you know, but I mean, for her to find her daughter is just a blessing in itself, especially when the daughter was found in the wall. If y'all didn't hear, her daughter was killed and found in a wall, nailed up in the wall, y'all. I don't know who did it yet because I don't watch none of the videos before I react to them, so that's why y'all get straight reaction. That's why I be, you know, yapping a little bit. That's why sometimes, you know, I be mispronouncing my words. But yeah, man, her daughter was found in the wall, nailed in the wall after she was killed. That is crazy work.
behind the wall. They nailed her body behind her.
Family, imagine your loved one been missing for days, and instead of police bringing you answers, you the one who just...
I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to pause it right there. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna do that because I was finna kind of be a little bit, I don't know the word for it, but I was finna say it probably was some Hispanics. But we gonna get up to it. Y'all don't come for me, man. I just seen these IDs and I seen that mail, and I don't know. It might be a construction worker, but let's keep watching.
Discovered, nailed to a wall in the attic of a man's home you don't even know. But that's exactly what a family went through in San Francisco. And the pain behind something you can't even put in words. Now, of course, once the news broke, the internet did what the internet does. Some people showed compassion, and some showed the opposite. When it came out that she was living a double life as an escort, which we'll later discuss, the conversation shifted. And the sad reality is that people tend to judge the profession instead of the person. But let's be clear, no matter the choices she made, no woman, no man deserves to die that way. No, what hurts even more is that some saying because of her line of work, the authorities didn't investigate like they should have. They didn't move as fast. They didn't push hard. And maybe, just maybe, this young woman could have been found earlier if they had. So in today's story, we're gonna break down who she was, where she came from, the circumstances of her disappearance, the man responsible, and how her family was forced to face a nightmare that no family should ever have to face. The Family TV not here to judge. We're here to speak on the facts. It's about awareness, accountability, and asking why justice didn't show up when it mattered the most. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
We're not here to judge.
Born October 6, 19.
We're not here to judge, but we do give opinions. So, like I said before, you know, this all opinions, you know, my own thoughts and how I feel. And y'all can leave y'all's in the comments, man. Make sure y'all let me know how y'all feel about this.
97 was Renee Lewis, now 28 years old. She grew up in San Francisco, and she was a track star. She was last seen on Friday, September 26, 2025 in Vallejo, California. At the time, her mom had pinged her phone on 14th Street in Vallejo, which was her last known location. But initial efforts had turned up nothing. And during that time, someone had went to social media and said the following. Let me set the record straight, cause no lie, you dumb ape, OBs are pissing me the F off. The phone never pinged at the address directly, y'all keep going and vandalizing for no reason at all. Leave that man the F alone, let's talk about it. Paul was the last one to see Renee. Paul never informed the police that they had a room at Motel 7, but yet went there to check out Saturday at 1 p.m. and told the clerk she was missing, and waited 10 hours later to inform her mama that she was missing. He never mentioned that they had an argument the day prior to her coming up missing, and his cousins threatened to slap her. Paul was at the location 3 times, and all 3 times the phone pinged while he was in the area. Paul got on the roof of that school and walked directly to the phone. Paul left before police got there to retrieve the phone. He found coincidentally, like you just need to stick up and let the police do their effing job. Cause I done had enough of the false narratives. That's y'all friend, but y'all got cameras up more than y'all looking for her. Get the fuck out of here. Doing shit for views and likes. I want somebody to try to call my hand on this. I was there, I seen everything firsthand. So if anybody got a problem with that, I'm saying holler at me. Till then, shut the F up. Now everything in that statement seemed to be allegedly correct, except the person who was later arrested by authorities wasn't identified as Paul, but the person who IDs was found by the family members who led to the home where Rania was found did have Paul in his name. You see, a week would go by since Rania went missing, and their family started to take matters into their own hands. They went to go check out local businesses and managed to check out a surveillance footage of a car pulling up to that home. 2 people going in, only 1 person coming out. Now that home seemed to be abandoned, but it actually wasn't. It belonged to a man who was identified as Sepulveda Del Rio Filius, and I'm assuming that's the Paul individual who was identified in that message that we just checked out that was surfacing online.
Okay. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but y'all let me know, is he Hispanic or is he a white male or a Salvadoran or some along there? To me, that gives Hispanic, Del Roy. I'm not even gonna try, but yeah. Y'all jump in the comments.
Now the family will record after leaving that area.
At the house, this is the nigga and the bitch. The nigga, I got his phone number. He won't answer the phone. Phone is going straight to voicemail. Like, nobody's have been home all weekend. We've been here since Saturday night. And this nigga not answering. He got hella different addresses and hella shit. Like, this shit hella looking dirty. Like, this shit is just crazy. Like, a motherfucker came through the back over there. The phone was on the roof over there in the school, directly right here. And yeah, this is the man ID, and we is looking for him. I got his phone number. He won't answer the phone. Nobody has been to this house since Friday. We checked Safeway cameras, and they motherfucking said a car pulled in here to this address at motherfucking around the time. So yeah, where the nigga, he got hella different addresses.
Just 48 hours later, October 3rd, 2025, 3 days before Rania's birthday, that same address that the family had recorded at, authorities later found the body of Rania Lewis concealed behind a secret wall inside. But here's the crazy thing. The day before, a 41-year-old who went by Douglas Irvin Shaw was arrested after police said he openly confessed to the horrific crime. Though he did not reveal how Lewis was killed or clarify any relationship between the two. Was he a fall guy? Only time will tell. But what we do know, Douglas is not Paul, and Paul is not Douglas. Paul led to that house. His ID was later found by that home and released online by the victim's family. And as of now, the perpetrator who was arrested, allegedly Douglas, he not saying nothing, but allegedly he's the killer. And also neighbors described the property as cluttered, abandoned, junkyard-like home with frequent visitors coming and going and the owner often away. However, after conducting a thorough welfare check and searching every room, closet, and possible hiding place, investigators found no sign of Lewis. The following day, the detectives division was called in to take over the investigation and requested additional assistance from the FBI. 2 days later, after their initial visit, they returned to the home for a second time, armed with a search warrant. During that search warrant, investigators uncovered a hidden entry in the attic, which led to the devastating discovery of Lewis' remains. Once authorities delivered the news to the mom, she instantly collapsed to the floor. May Lewis rest in peace and love condolences to her family.
Here, in her last location, pinged right here, but we still looked in the area. We looked in garbage cans. We looked everywhere.
Jakeem Green says his family's been looking for his cousin Rania Lewis since she was reported missing on Sunday. On Tuesday came news that her body was found at this house.
The reaction is just...
I just want to say this right here. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not judging nobody. But if you is, doing these type of things like escorting and things like that, giving pleasure for service, I'm going to say it like that. Don't go to a place like this. Don't go to a place like this. I mean, look at it. It look like a horror house, man. We know that, if you're doing things like that, a lot of women that probably do things like that, they still got a moral for themselves, a moral respect for themselves. They still carry themselves in a way, and some of them be moms, you know. So you ain't really gotta stoop to that level. If somebody is trying to bring you in the house like that, man, scratch that money. Scratch that money. You out here buying service, but you living like that. You know, I just can't see it. I don't understand it. You know, be safe. Just be safe. Somebody try to take you to a house like that, man. Like, nah, I'm good. And get away as fast as possible, because you don't know if you coming back home. Anytime that you taking a chance like that and you going outside of where you at and things like that, and meeting strangers and conducting yourself in that type of way, you don't know if you gonna make it home. So to my women out there, be safe. If you have to carry on like this, make sure that you're safe.
Distraught. I was distraught. Confused, lost, hopeless.
Neighbors say the house has been boarded up for a long time. Police say the suspect lived in a detached unit in the backyard.
With a search warrant, we were able to do a thorough search, and we located Miss Lewis inside the residence.
In a statement to ABC 7 News, the Vallejo Police Department confirmed that the suspect did confess to killing Miss Lewis. Lewis's body was found behind a concealed entry to the home's attic. Family members believe she was brought here against her will.
If she was to see the house, she's not going to come in. She's not going to do that. So I feel like she was either drugged or under some type of influence or something.
Green says Lewis was in Vallejo on Sunday to visit family. They still don't know how she ended up at this house, and they say she did not know the suspect.
I feel like she got her conscience back, and she was fighting for her life.
Okay.
Windows were busted. She was trying to get away and escape.
It's really sad, and it's really scary for a lot of these young ladies out here on the streets of Vallejo. Vallejo's a small community, so it really shook the whole community up.
All day, nearby residents came by to pay their respects.
I wouldn't want to find my daughter like that. You know, we all have children in this world, whether they're grown or little. As a parent, you wouldn't want to find your children like that. So I feel more for the family, the mother, her loss.
The suspect is expected to be in court on Thursday.
As of now, there's so many missing puzzles to this story. You can only assume what you believe is correct.
Wild.
We don't know if he actually killed this girl. We don't know if it was the alleged owner of the home. We don't know if it was a situation from the Motel 7 that led up to this. Only time will tell. Nonetheless, Renee, rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. Anyone else who was affected by the story, we want to send love and prayers your way as well. Nobody is perfect, man. Because somebody chose a way to live their life, it is what it is. You gotta accept it. Do differently if you think it's incorrect. But don't wish death upon somebody based on their choices. Fam, this was